I cannot believe it. As I stand here right now, Chris Bowen is doing a press conference about some freaking announcement. Who cares what it is, whilst they've just cut in to the interview that Susan Lee is doing, rightly calling for a royal commission, and I am shaking with rage. This is so typical of this government, which has not cared one iota about the safety of Australians, the national security of Australians, for far too long. And when Susan Lee and Julie Lisa get up and do a press announcement with Andrew Wallace and Bridget McKenzie, we've got that mealy-mouthed person called Chris Bowen and Tim Ayres going and doing a press conference to take away the media coverage of the coalition. And this has got to stop. This government has for way too long been so namby-pamby about how this society needs to react. And Australians are sick of it. I should be in Canberra right now. I should be sitting in the parliament doing my job to address the anti-Semitism in this country. But instead, I'm here in my electorate office, and it's simply not good enough. I don't know why the Prime Minister hasn't called for a royal commission. I don't know why the Prime Minister hasn't addressed the anti-Semitism, and it's no wonder he was booed last night. It's no wonder he received the jeers of those people, and at the same time, it's no wonder that Chris Binns and Kelly Sloan, the Premier and the Opposition Leader in New South Wales, were well received. Because the Prime Minister has failed. He has failed Australia. And as you can see, I'm pretty worked up. I am pretty worked up about this. Why that Chris Bowen, who is the world's worst minister, I mean, on his watch, 50,000 illegal arrivals came to this shore on 800 boats. And who knows how many of them died at sea. Who knows how many people lost their lives because of his weak policies. And when Susan Lee stands up to address a really important point, calling for a royal commission, which everybody out there is calling for. Every single person in Australia wants a royal commission. They want to find out how this happened. Chris Bowen decides to have a press conference at the same time. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. And as you can see, I am very angry. I don't think I've been this angry for quite some time. I cannot believe that this is actually happening in Australia. I cannot believe that we have allowed our country to get into this state. I cannot believe why he hasn't recalled Parliament. Well, I'll tell you why. Because he's got probably so many ministers, so many senior people, so many backbenchers overseas. And yeah, we all need a holiday. But he was worried. He was worried that there were going to be so many empty seats on the Labor side. And they've taken it so for granted. The vote that they got at the last election, where they had a 51-seat majority. Well, let me tell you, it won't be a 51-seat majority next time. Because the Australian people are awake to this government. They're awake to their insipidness. They're awake to their knee-pampi, the way they sugar-coated this dreadful anti-Semitism. And then we've got the judiciary, Justice Belinda Rigg, who should not have allowed that August 3 protest on Sydney Harbour Bridge to take place. And thank goodness, for the love of God, thank goodness Chris Binns has set it up. If the New South Wales Police say no to a protest, and the Premier says no to a protest, then the protest should not have gone ahead. It should not have gone ahead. And yet they've allowed this. And then they put signs all over Sydney Harbour Bridge saying end colonialism, tear this structure down. And then they put flags up, ISIS flags, Al-Qaeda flags. It's not Australia. It should never have happened, but it's happened under Anthony Albanese's watch. It's happened because he's been too weak to leave this country. And the only people who've been leaving this country are now doing a press conference, which Chris Bowen has decided to take all the publicity away. Well, shame on him. Shame on him and every other Labor minister who's been too weak-kneed, too glass-jawed. This is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. I cannot believe it. I can't believe I'm so worked up, as you can tell. But this is what we've seen for 2 years. And what has happened? We've seen 15 innocent lives lost. Beautiful Matilda, taken away from the family just before Christmas. Can you imagine how her family feel? Can you imagine how those people feel this Christmas? And what have we got? We got a Prime Minister who won't call a royal commission. We got a Prime Minister who just says, oh yeah, let's take away every gun, every law-abiding farmer. Well, it's not guns to kill people. It's people with murderous intent. Evil bastards like we saw on Bondi Beach Bridge the other day. And they've only done this. They've only done this because they've been able to have this anti-Semitism creep like a cancer right through our society because the Prime Minister and all his cohorts haven't said no, haven't said enough's enough. They haven't actually called it out what it is. And it's radical Islam. And it's right here in Australia. It's simply not good enough. It's simply not good enough. It's a disgrace. The Prime Minister should have recalled Parliament. He's too gutless to have done so. He's too gutless to have stood there at that dispatch box and done the right thing in the national interest. I should not be here in Wagga Wagga working in my electorate office. I should be in Canberra. So should every other parliamentarian who should have got their backsides. Crying out loud. We know that the Labor know how to use their travel entitlements. They should have found their way to Canberra. We should have been sitting now talking about what we can do about anti-Semitism. That's what we should be doing.
He touched on farmers and now they're guns. Take them off and what is what
I have received hundreds upon hundreds of emails from law-abiding, good citizens of Australia, farmers, recreational shooters, clay target shooters, who cannot understand why they've been picked on, why they've been targeted by a Prime Minister who won't call this out for what it is. And it's radical Islam. And it's in this country now. We've had 3,000 guards, and I'll guarantee you they weren't properly security. Properly vetted. The security measures were not put in place. But we've had them come. And what did Tony Berg do? He went welcome at the airport. I mean, go figure that. And we've got farmers, good farmers who need guns to shoot bloody rabbits because they're all over the place. Junie's infested them, so's cool, but the township of Junie, right next door to a cemetery and the subdivision there. And they need guns to be able to shoot. I mean, farmers aren't going to shoot people. They don't do that sort of stuff. But there's the Prime Minister who's decided to turn it on farmers, to turn it on country people like they always do. They're always picking on country people. They never pick on, they never get to the nub of what the real root cause is. And it's anti-Semitism. And if he doesn't know that, well, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't deserve to lead. He doesn't deserve to be the Prime Minister of this country. I'm sorry. I know I'm worked up, but by God, when you get Chris Bowen, who was the world's worst minister, and that's not the Australian Parliament, that is the world over, making some stupid announcement about an energy policy where we've got suddenly calling for a royal commission into one of Australia's worst tragedies, certainly Australia's worst terror incident. I mean, what is wrong with that man? Why would he do that? Why would he try and steal what she's trying to say and take the media attention? They're narcissists. That's what Labor are. They're just absolute narcissists and they don't care about Australia. They don't love the freedom, the peace, the ideals, the traditions that we've got. They just want to tear it down all the time. It's simply not good enough. Thank you.
Authorised by Michael McCormack, the National Party, Wagga Wagga.